Greetings.
Oh.
What happened?
It's just me.
It's just
No, it's all of us.
I won.
we lost
That's
all
it?
our viewers.
Yes. Happy birthday.
That's
No,
hurtful. That's
not.
hurtful, Jesse. No, don't give me the heart bullshit.
Oh, really?
I
Really?
won. I won the game. That's why I'm up here. It is a preview. Also, oh gosh,
No,
I don't know if I'm
no.
going to be able to debate this week, guys. I got a little touch of the 19.
Oh, no. Well,
Yeah.
you couldn't tell before. Now you know that we are doing Are You Serious? Just like we always do. And we've got Sara, Jesse, Daniel, Stephanie, Lauren, Casey. How cool is that?
Not for long. The chopper's coming. I'm just getting off my oxygen. I got to go to the hospital.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I didn't want to wear a mask.
Yeah, that's a lie. That's not true. So welcome to Are You Serious? We do this every week. We didn't do it last week because why?
Because we were doing
Prom festival.
Because we get real drunk.
Well, that too.
Yeah, we did this, but in a shortened, squeezed, different, slightly shittier version on
Slightly. It was 15 minutes of inside jokes.
Just about.
It was 13, but who's counting? Okay, so.
Hey, Tom, thanks for letting us into the green room this week.
I couldn't find my way out of the breakout
You got lost
room.
in a labyrinth, my friend. You were
So
in the
many-
breakout room. That's not there. Everyone's
You
gone. I
got
was like,
lost?
So many refreshments.
Tom
God, it was
relived the
great.
plot of Tron.
I didn't know you
just
could.
somewhere else.
I didn't know that in Zoom you could lock someone in a closet.
Dave, someone open the pod bay doors, please. Open the.
What are you
I
doing?
can't do that,
now?
Dave. I can't do that, Dave. I think you know as well as I why I can't do that, Dave. So anyway, this is Are You Serious? And this is what we do. Let me explain the game. Each one
Hold
of
on.
our
If this was last week, we have 6 minutes left.
no, we've got 4 minutes left till my internet goes down. So let me explain the game. Here's what we do. Each one of our contestants has shared with me and only me some little factoid, a little true fact about their lives, something that they've done or something that's happened to them. I'm going to display one from everyone tonight. They don't know what it'll be, or I might substitute with some bullshit that I've made up. Either way, they have to pretend that it's true and defend it. And each team gets to guess whether the other team is telling the truth or not. Whoever guesses correctly the most often wins that fabulous prize. It's a fabulous prize that we've been trying to give away forever, and it keeps mounting up. So that's how it works. First, let's just say hello, Sara. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. What did I do today?
I didn't ask. I didn't ask.
We
what you
did
No,
did.
I'm gonna tell you. What did I do?
What did you do?
I watched the Gator game. I made some pumpkin waffles. They released the last season of Schitt's Creek on Netflix, so I started that. It was like a pretty good day. Pretty good day.
Yeah. Could you do anything any more white than that today?
No. I'm straight male the whole way through.
Okay. Yeah, right. Yeah. Are you wearing boxer shorts right now? Okay, Jesse, how you doing?
I'm good. I closed a bunch of browsers, so I'm feeling really good.
I love some spring cleaning.
Okay, Daniel, how you up? How you
know,
doing, Daniel S?
there's a lot of talk and rumors about this show being rigged, and I have to say it is not rigged. It is not rigged. It is not rigged, but it is a hoax.
Daniel, I'm going to say right now without being
Silenced.
Silenced again. Stephanie,
Censorship.
welcome. Welcome. It's good to see you here.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Yeah, I rearranged furniture today. Pretty good.
Wow.
I rearranged my living room on a regular basis.
love that Zen garden. Do that
Yeah.
Zen garden.
That
That's
fun
nice.
I rearrange my clothing on a semi-regular basis. So, Lauren, how are you?
I'm pretty good. I did some baking today and disappointed a little girl on a bicycle.
Pause.
True.
I want to hear that story.
I was looking up recipes on allrecipes.com for figuring out what to do with the zucchini. And so I made zucchini bread, but I didn't wring it out beforehand. And so it got like really kind of crusty on top of the inside, never baked fully. So I ended up having to throw it out. It sucked.
Okay, this is very different from my disappointed a girl on a bicycle with a zucchini story. So,
You're
Did you kidnap a child?
no.
Day.
Bring her into the house and say, "Eat the zucchini bread." What happened?
Signed a waiver. How you doing, Casey?
He wanted to pet the dogs, and
yes,
they're not predictably friendly, and so we said no. She was very sad.
Zucchinis are also a little gruff.
We asked
Casey,
about the kids on a bike, and we got a zucchini story.
All I said was, "How are you doing?"
You asked, "How did that happen?" And so I was explaining how I made the zucchini.
This is the United States of America. The correct answer to how you're doing is fine. How you doing, Casey?
I think you know Tom.
Okay. So rather than expound on that, we're going to expound on this show. We've wasted enough time. So we're going to start with Sara. We always start in that little corner right there.
Sarah.
I can never seem to point at correctly because my mirrored thing. Okay, Sara, are you
Finger's
ready?
Dangerous.
Yeah. We have a hello from a friend of Stephanie's. Hi, Stephanie. Yay.
Hey, Cindy.
Yeah. How come none of your friends ever show up, you guys?
I know. How come our guest has more viewers?
That's the reason
That's our brand.
Stephanie will burn that bridge on this show just like we all have.
Okay, we're gonna start. We're gonna start with Sara. Are you ready, Sara?
Let's do it.
Okay, Sara will read out her thing and then we will discuss. Let's go.
I once accidentally wore 2 different shoes to work.
Okay. And by that you mean like shoes, like an unmatched pair of shoes.
An unmatched pair of shoes. I had a right shoe on my right foot and then a different shoe on my left foot that was also a left shoe.
Okay.
But they were not the same shoes.
Okay.
I'm so bored.
So how did this happen?
I got dressed in the dark and I brought my shoes with me because I work in a law firm. And so I had to wear high heels.
Wait. The reason why you wear shoes is because you work in a law firm.
No, that's why I bring separate shoes to work. I wear high heels and then I walked to work in my flats. I used to live in walking distance to my job. So I walked to work, and that day I actually walked to the courthouse and I packed my shoes in my bag and I took them out and put them on. And I was like, oh dear, these are 2 different shoes.
How bad are we talking? How different are they?
Same color family, noticeably different. So I just stood in the courthouse and I was actually I was doing like an abbreviated trial. So I was standing at the podium in front of the judge with like a witness swearing them in to the dignity of the court, just looking busted as hell.
Is an abbreviated trial a trial where the lawyer like screws up immediately? An abbreviated trial?
In my case, yes. In this case, it was just really shortened testimony, and they were like, "Carry on as you were."
Did they refer to you as Eileen? From
get it, Eileen?
You know,
Eileen.
because the heels were different.
Luckily, they were close to the same height, so I was more just like slightly tipped.
Now, Daniel, you spent a lot of time in Japan, so that would be Irene.
Oh no!
I'm not touching
another China joke.
Yeah.
Did anybody do the leg to stand on joke?
Since you said you had to change, so were you like wearing sneakers as you were walking to the courthouse? That you
flip-flops. Yeah, flip-flops. So I had to wear those shoes the heels that were
So,
just
so
different.
it's like the 80s theme from Working Girl playing in the background as you were, wearing your big shoulder padded power suit over to the courthouse.
Yeah, like I walked in like real confident in my suit, and I just like have my flats and like it's like a thing. People do it. Women don't want
Okay,
to.
wait. We have to stop for a second because Stephanie has another friend who wants to say hello.
Yay.
Okay. Hello.
I'm here.
Hi. Okay. Okay.
BBC.
We get it.
Why did you get dressed in the dark?
Laziness. Because I had to.
You
I
know
had
what
to
it
get
is?
out. I had to get
Man,
out
I
early.
hate turning on lights.
I hate rubbing
Light
those
switches,
sticks
am I right?
together.
So I get it. So when I have to go to court, I have to leave really early, and my boyfriend was
Fiance, correct?
now fiance, at the time boyfriend, was still kind of sleeping, and I didn't want to disturb him, and I would have had to like take all the clothes to another room to turn on the light, and I was just like, I know what clothes I have. I
She
don't.
She actually went to bed with a different guy that night because it was in the dark, and she was too lazy to get up and check. Yeah, it was all worked out. It was a abbreviated
So is
trial.
sneaking out in the dark like a regular habit of yours, or was this like a particular circumstance for the day that that was different?
No, typical, and still haven't really changed my ways. I just gamble and hope for the best. And now I do leave a pair of shoes in my bag, just in case. Like
Did
a fully worn
How
set.
did the witnesses react when when they saw that they were going to be cross-examined, by somebody with mismatched shoes?
He did not comment, so he either did not notice because he is unobservant or was being polite.
So Sarah, you never had to defend yourself about the shoes?
I did not. I did
'Cause
not
then
get
the shoe-
prosecuted for the shoes.
If you did have to defend yourself, then the shoe would be on the other foot.
Oh yes.
Mm.
Bye. That was really bad.
She wouldn't have a leg to stand on, would she? Okay. No.
So now in charge of your shoe wardrobe as being as part of the role of being your soulmate.
See, now, if you were in the Supreme Court, you wouldn't have to wear shoes at all or clothing. Basically, you could just go commando underneath.
Just like nude under the robe. That's my dream. I would love to run for judge just so I could just like hang loose and just throw a big old robe over it.
Yeah, I think we'd all like
chill.
that. Yeah. Okay, listen. So I'm gonna cut off questioning in this case, and
Stephanie's team captain, right?
Was that? Would
Stephanie's
you like
team captain?
I'm gonna. Well, Casey, you're the team captain because you're the elder statesman on that team, and Daniel's captain because he's the elder statesman on that team.
They're both men.
So who cares? So blue
Jesse,
team, I need you to.
Jesse, I heard about 72% of what you just said.
Casey, blue team, I need you to confer and decide whether she is telling the truth or telling a lie. Is it true or false that she did in fact once wear two different shoes to work?
I'd like to hear from the two of you first before I hear about this boring lie.
Well, we did have another.
What's that?
Go ahead, Stephanie.
What is it?
Oh, I think it's plausible. Although she first said she wore flats and then she said she wore flip-flops. And I don't think of those words as being interchangeable.
They were not.
But the rest of it sounded legit. So that's the one thing that raises my suspicion.
Okay.
I'm all in, Stephanie. But
Be-
if you're wrong, I blame you. Go ahead, Laura.
Never mind. You never listen to me anyway. So
Well,
No.
Lauren,
sorry.
I can't hear you over your Red Sox hat. They aren't even playing anymore.
It's the audio issues. It takes about a second and a half before your audio comes through after your lips start to move. So it's a little hard.
Okay.
So we'll wait. Go ahead.
What I was going to say before I was steamrolled is that this is the second story about
Need a drink.
clothing mishap at an important event. So I'm not sure whether that actually leads it to more of like this is a habit of, always having things, mismatched, ripped, torn, or somehow malfunction, or whether this is just, a continuation of the lie that Tom wrote because it was so plausible based on the first one about the ripped wedding dress. So,
All of which leads me to believe that no one has yet said whether this is a lie or the truth. So, which do you think?
My favorite part of the show is just Tom being annoyed that we never get answers.
Well, it could be true or it could be false. It could be false or true. It could be true or false. Some of the things are true, some of the things might be false. That's my answer.
I'm gonna play this week the way that I play pool, and not well. So I'm gonna go with Stephanie. I feel Lauren's skepticism.
What was her opinion?
She didn't really provide one. She just said it was plausible, but she heard the difference in flats versus flip-flops. And I think I know enough about the English language in that I feel like Tom wrote a lie and Sarah did her best. I don't think Sarah would ever wear two separate shoes.
Okay.
And if she did, then this is me ripping her down.
Okay.
I feel it's a lie.
Okay, so we're gonna go with lie. So just so we can get on to the next person. You say lie, it's true.
Guys, I'm a fucking disaster. Of course I did this. Like what?
I think it's like often. This isn't that I'm
Lauren, you give me too much credit, babe. Like I'm a disaster.
Love you, Sarah.
I show my ass at weddings. I show up to trial with two different shoes. Like I'm hanging on by a thread day to day. And I do sometimes switch between flats and flip-flops. I honestly don't remember what I was wearing that day.
Okay.
Sarah, there was one picture that was sent on Instagram today with very little indication. And you were like, is that Glitch? Which is a bar. And you called it. There was very little information. It was just me and my wife. And you were like, is that Glitch? And I was like,
mural behind you. A mural is a very fine. I have a problem.
Okay. Order in the court. Order in the court. We're now going to move down to Casey, and Casey will give his truth or lie. Are you ready, Casey?
No.
Here we are.
All right.
This is it.
I once borrowed a very expensive convertible for an evening, but parked it with the top down, and it rained.
Oh.
Okay.
Time for you guys to take a vote.
Model? What make and model?
It was a Ford Taurus show.
What color was it?
It was either like dark blue or a black, but I had to drive my dad's best friend's son to a graduation party, and I did not know that this car was as expensive as it was, but it had a Ford Mustang V8 engine inside of it, and it was very fast. And I forgot that I left the top down when I parked it. But I was having fun because I was a high school kid at a college party.
What was the interior situation? Was it like leather or was it fabric?
It was leather.
Okay.
Have you guys ever seen a Ford Taurus SHL?
No.
No.
Yeah, obviously I'm hot.
Really?
No.
It's like that.
No, I have no idea.
The way he said really, I thought Daniel was incredulous that you were hot. Like, really?
I don't know what that is.
False? Can we vote on?
I haven't seen
Never
one.
seen the inside of that car.
I used to watch Top Gear, and Ford Tauruses didn't quite make
Our
that.
Sweet 16 or a birthday party.
So that's the thing is so the SHO basically was a 4-door version of the Mustang, and it was around for, I don't know, it was in the 90s, and it was fast. It was a super fast car, and it was Joe Williams, his son Bert Williams' car. And
Wait, there's a contemporary your age named Bert?
Oh yeah.
I kind of feel like this is its own thing that needs to be cross-examined.
Bert.
How did he live? Did he have a
Right.
friend named Ernie?
It depends
If it makes you feel better, I'm guessing Bert is around 46. Do you know of a Bert named 45 or 46?
it depends if it's B-E-R-T or B-U-R-T. B-U-R-T is cool. B-E-R-T is a puppet.
It is, in fact, B-E-R-T.
Spelling does count.
So when it rained, did you like rush out to go fix it, or you just didn't even think about it?
Didn't know.
Is that a nickname for Albert or Robert, or is it just like straight up Bert?
Bertrand.
Still on Bert. Maybe it was Norbert.
I've never asked that question ever. I should text my
Yo, Bert,
dad.
what's your deal?
It wasn't any old Bert. It was
What the fuck is going on here?
It was a
Bert?
Bert S-H-O. So
Casey, why were you a high school kid chauffeuring for
Yeah.
a college kid? And second question, did Bert tell you how to get to Sesame Street?
Can you tell me how to get?
oh, no.
So I had just turned 16, and my dad was like, "Hey, Joe is looking for a sober driver for his son. His son's graduating from college from CU Boulder, and I offered you, and you get paid $50. Well, like $50 for a 16-year-old kid is like $1 billion.
It's
So-
$1 billion for me right now.
By the way, Doghouse Theater is available for rent.
That's right. That's right.
If anyone would like to catch COVID. So yeah, Bert drove up to the mountains, and we did the graduation party, and then I awkwardly walked around the house while these beautiful people were talking to me, thinking I was also a college student, which you shouldn't have mistaken me for that, because I had not finished puberty at 16 at all, and wandered around the house feeling like a rock star. And then Bert, I don't know, around 11:30 was like, "Hey dude, let's go." And we walked outside.
Well, you were a rock star. You trashed a convertible. That's what rock stars do.
Yeah. We walked outside, and Bert goes, "Dude, you didn't put the top up when you parked the car?"
Casey,
I-
who drove home? Because obviously you didn't stay sober.
Wow.
No, this is pre-children. So
Got it. That check.
After the rain, was the car more like a bathtub? And did you sing Rubber Ducky to Bert?
Yes. Okay.
This live brought to you by the letter R for regret.
I'm gonna
Ducky.
cut off debate here, and I'm gonna ask the red team to confer and do what they need to do to come up with a verdict. Is he telling the truth, or is he lying when he says that he once borrowed a very expensive convertible for an evening, parked it with the top down, and it rained?
I'm just getting like a lying aura, but that's it.
I still don't understand how they gave a 16-year-old ability to, the
Yeah.
explanation was wonky. It was wonky.
Yeah, what I'm a little hung up on is like someone's dad like being like, my son needs to get drunk and I need a third party to drive him. That like isn't his parent. Not like, hey, I know you want to drink at the party, I'll come, I'll drive you there and pick you up after. It's like, I need a third party service to come chauffeur my son, and this teenager at a college party seems like the most responsible person I can find.
oh shit, you guys just know me present day.
So what are we saying then?
I feel like
I'm
this,
leaning towards
this
lie.
It's the binary
I feel like this
answer.
could really be true, because it's just all the things I know, all the people he grew up around. some messed up characters, you know.
So why don't you give me a verdict?
I say lie, Jesse. What do
I
you
say lie.
Daniel,
Daniel,
it's up to you.
You're gonna put me in a position to vote against you.
You're in a position, Daniel.
You know what? It's out of my hands.
It's all you. There's this glass ceiling here. I can't.
Daniel, take the wheel.
Now you're gonna shame me
Yeah,
for saying it's true and
that's
catching
why you're
the
here.
guy?
That's why you're here. What do you say, Daniel?
I'm saying it's true.
You're saying it's true. Okay.
Let it ride. Let it
Good.
ride.
It's a lie.
Unbelievable. Yep, there it is.
If two women can't spot a lying ass man, who are you?
You've never watched the show before? You've never watched the show before?
I don't watch the show. I'm just in it.
Hey, Daniel, if it makes you feel better, that whole story is true. It's just that it
sure
wasn't
it
a
is.
convertible and it didn't rain. It was a Porsche 911.
Well, that's the way it goes.
It's a true story. It
never
just
forget.
didn't rain.
It's 1-1. Yeah, I once drove my convertible from Miami to Fort Lauderdale and with the top down in the pouring rain and I couldn't stop to put the top up. Absolutely pouring, and I was in the express lane on I-95, and just as soon as I got in it just started coming down. So I drove for like 10 miles. It's just pouring down, just buckets. So it's doable. You can be that big an idiot. So speaking about that, who's up next?
Speaking of idiots,
we've got. I didn't say speaking of idiots. So Jesse, I guess you're up. Yes, you are. Are you ready, Jesse?
I saw Jessie muted herself because she had a moment. She had I think it was a conniption.
My husband was peeing in this bathroom with the door completely open.
Wow. See, you should have told me that. We'll use it next week.
Oh,
Are you ready, Jesse? Not for that, but okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Is he okay? Is he safe?
I once showed up at a Habitat for Humanity event thinking it was about rescuing pets. I wound up having to paint walls. Yes. Good times.
you're lucky because not everyone gets to do the painting day.
What other days are there?
I had to shingle a roof when I did
Whoa.
it.
So
Yeah.
you guys, wait, is there a Mr. Miyagi, a Habitat for Humanity?
What?
I don't believe it.
Wait,
I don't believe it.
That I would do something charitable? Well, let me stop you right there. I didn't know it was like, what it was. It was my company was doing it. It was a volunteer program, and if you signed up, you got a day off. Does that help?
This checks out more.
But you thought it was about pets. About
It doesn't sound
rehoming pets.
like it has anything to do with pets at all.
it literally has the word humanity in it.
And habitat.
Well, also,
Hold on, just a moment. I want to hear Stephanie's explanation.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It just doesn't sound like a pet thing. In none of the words imply that there are pets involved in any way.
Habitat has that vibe, like an ecosystem, right?
So were you thinking those things of hamster tubes that gerbils run into, trail for humanity kind of thing? Did you think it was going to be an obstacle course?
I wasn't really listening. A woman came and gave a presentation. This is on me. They
There was a whole presentation about it.
I wasn't paying attention. We did get hammers, and that should have given it away, but I wasn't into it. And
you would be hammering pets? Where?
I don't know. I sort of just thought there were different things you could sign up for, and everyone was really excited about it. So I sort of just assumed we got the pet one.
Hammer, hamster sound very, very similar. One extra letter.
I don't know. There was a lot of things where we had to bring in bottled water, that. There just wasn't it wasn't very clear to me. So I showed up and was a little bit disappointed. to say the least.
So then how did your coworkers react when you brought in like a bag of Bacos?
I didn't bring. First of all, I didn't bring anything, so that's game.
No, this checks out. This alone makes me feel like it's true.
I just showed up. Like, I thought we were going to be like playing with them. Like I know, like I thought they needed to be played with. Like they
Playing
were
with the homeless.
like, they were rescues. You know, they needed like attention. Like I thought that's what we were doing.
Come here,
Were
big
there
guy.
like different things to sign up for?
Yes, like there was just different. Yeah, there was different days and different. Like I said, I didn't really.
Did you take a homeless person for a walk?
Tyranny, where like a day of volunteering means you get to go and play with puppies all day.
Well, that's. I heard somebody say that. I was like,
Just
I'm
always
excited.
for that.
I don't know, guys.
The funny thing is, Jesse still got attacked by a squirrel that day.
No, I didn't. I helped direct people to paint. Like I did my part.
She still got bit.
Direct people to paint.
One
Yeah.
way or another, she was gonna get bit.
By the way,
Were you using a
was
roller
Jesse
or a brush, and what color was it?
It was like a grayish blue, and we were responsible for the living room. So that was like all we were doing that day.
Can we pause the show for a second? Have you guys ever seen Schitt's Creek?
Yeah, I literally announced that I was watching it
Yeah, like the first
today in my intro.
I
Casey,
tried.
Could Jesse be a fill-in in the show?
A villain?
No, a fill-in.
Oh, villain.
You see, hamster, hammer, villain.
I have a hearing problem, guys.
So I'm gonna cut off debate.
Yeah,
at
let's
this
call it.
point.
Let's wrap it up.
You got more questions? Really? Okay, go ahead.
What? No, we're good.
Someone have
I
more
sold
questions?
that, so go on.
I'm still working on playing with the homeless. That's, yeah, give me a follow.
You know-
Come on.
We're not good people.
Okay, so blue team, I need you to vote truth or lie. Is it true or is it false that Jesse once showed up at a Habitat for Humanity event thinking it was about rescuing pets and wound up having to paint walls?
First of all, I feel like this is 100% a Jesse thing. So either this is wonderful Tom writing or it's 100% true. So either way, I feel like it's true and I won't be mad if it's false. Lauren?
I would think that she would probably be more involved in like the planning of something like that, and so she would know. Especially if this is something that the company was like publicizing that they were doing as a do-gooder event, that like being in that area as a marketer, like you'd want to know what's going on. So I'm gonna say lie.
Okay.
Fair.
See, I'm giving you credit, Jesse.
I know.
False.
Stephanie, you
I
seem
think-
to
I
sniff
think
it
they're
out
also-
immediately.
Oh, it doesn't make sense because of the name, and I feel like the job would tell her like dress for painting and not dress for kittens.
What does Dress for Kittens look like? I want to know.
Two different shoes,
I
basically.
want that outfit.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Lauren and Stephanie. I'm going to go with it's a lie, but I'm okay either way.
I'm glad
We'll
you're
go
okay. Either
Our
way.
vote counts.
Okay.
Casey listens to women.
Well, it's a lie. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah,
A
no.
very well crafted Jesse lie.
Don't worry.
however.
I didn't volunteer at all. I didn't sign up. So
Stephanie sniffed that one out.
That's
right
the
away.
ultimate lie. Jesse never signs up for
I
doing
was just
good
gonna
things.
say, she wouldn't have showed up for that, even if it was pets. Does she care about
Guys,
pets?
she's an improviser. When would she do anything that doesn't showcase her?
Hey, I gotta clear the air. You don't listen to women. I don't listen to anybody. Okay, it's nobody. Opportunity. People.
you can
That's
redeem
how
yourself, Daniel.
That's how I roll.
And Daniel, that's why we refer to you as a stand-up comedian instead of an improviser.
Damn.
That's funny. That's not how stand-up comedians refer to him.
Oh, I didn't know I was referred to as that. Okay,
Daniel, don't worry. We don't refer to you at all.
I'm not on that. I'm not on the red, apparently.
Yeah. We need an improviser who is more like a stand-up comedian. Well, I'm going to refer you to Daniel. Okay, Lauren, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, it's your turn.
Okay.
Here we go.
I was
Somewhere.
a tough-looking biker when I accidentally hit his bike while parking my car.
Oh. Is this the Tesla?
Oh, no.
This is a tough looking biker.
So did you hit a motorcycle, or was it just like a really mean 6-year-old with like a Schwinn?
So,
I'm picturing Lauren writing this and like thinking of like a really beefy like elementary schooler, and she just like railed his banana seat bike.
while I probably could get beaten up by a really beefy preschooler, in this case, it was a grown man with like an almost ZZ Top like beard with like that was tied with one of those like hair tie things on the bottom, so it had like a beard ponytail thing going on.
It does sound tough. Where was this?
This was in Connecticut. It was during college. There was a biker bar that was pretty close to the campus, and for kicks, a couple of my friends and I wanted to stop in. They wanted to get a beer so they could be tough. It was the middle of the day, so we, there were.
Got to show him who's boss at 2 p.m.
It was my old car that I got from my mom. So it was like an old Pontiac that didn't have much of a turning radius, and the parking spaces were pretty narrow. So I kind of like wasn't right in the middle because the bikes were all like kind of lined up, and I just like tapped the guy as I was going into the parking lot.
I'm imagining Pee Wee Herman.
My bike.
What happened, Lauren? What happened? Did he do?
Well, he wasn't on the bike. He was just about like walking in to the bar. And so like he saw me tap it and he turned around and was like, what was that? And came over and he just started walking over to me and I'm like, oh my God, I'm really sorry. And then he just kind of looked at me. He's like, it's a girl. And he looked at the bike and the bike was fine. So he's just kind of like.
So you didn't knock the bike over even though it was on a kickstand or whatever it was on? It was.
No, it didn't knock over. Like I tapped it.
Okay.
Like I made contact with the bike, but the bike didn't fall over.
Well, it's clear that you didn't knock it over because you're still alive. So.
How did that happen though? How did you bump into it?
Because I wasn't in the middle of the lanes. Sorry, in the lines in the parking space because there was like a line of bikes, and so they weren't perfectly in the middle either. So they were all kind of like piled up next to each other, taking over spaces of the spaces next to them. And I was driving a bigger car because it was my hand-me-down car from my mom, and so I like tapped it.
Was it a like a bikery bike like with big...
I don't know enough about bikes to be able to tell you like the different kinds, but it was a wide bike, and it had a black seat, and that's pretty much all I remember. Like it wasn't one of those really.
Was it Batman's? Was it Batman's bike?
It was the Batmobile.
No, what year of college was this?
What?
What year of college was this?
This is my sophomore year.
Ooh. Could you even drink in a bar as a sophomore? Am I right, guys?
Oh, I wasn't going in.
Yes.
It was like my friends were going in. They wanted to get a beer so that they could say that they were there, and then take it out.
You were gonna wait in the car?
Yeah, I was waiting in the car. I didn't turn 21 until after college, so I was like the designated driver the entirety of my college career.
Lauren, I hope that's a fact you sent to Tom because I would have definitely said false. You were under 21 the whole time you were in college?
Yeah. I was.
By the way, how old are you now? Are you 22?
I'm 42. I'll be 42
What?
in a couple weeks.
And you play Little League? I don't get it. What's going on?
How come you don't have weird bags under your eyes and weird like spots on your face? Because you and I are the same age. Shit, I gotta go.
Any further questions for Sons of Anarchy over there? For
No? Daniel, I mean, We'll just
Okay.
I guess.
Go for it.
You know, I'm leaning on you guys. You know,
So what do you think? Truth, lie?
I don't know. It just seems like to wait outside the bar the whole time. Like I get it. Lauren's a good friend. She's a DD, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, Jesse's having a hard time
Like
believing
what?
that anybody would
Contemplating
go
not
to,
going into a bar.
go to a bar
Can't
and never go
fathom
into it. Yes.
Jesse doesn't understand friendship.
I
is
don't
what I'm
get
hearing
it.
here.
We're not drinking.
Jesse's a drunk, shitty friend. But as someone who also graduated college before she turned 21, I'm a bit empathetic to this situation.
Oh, that was such a flex, Sarah.
Mm. No, it was
Lot
so
of-
stupid. It was the dumbest thing I ever did.
Okay.
she
Do
was
another dumb
very
thing.
quick.
Oh.
She was very quick with details, like rapid
Yeah.
fire. That's. I mean, she
Right.
could have been pulling from another story, but it
Yeah,
just seemed
this
really
is a
like
very
quick.
confident story.
So what's
I'm
your
inclined to say true. I'm inclined to say true.
okay?
I say lie, and yeah.
Daniel.
Okay, Daniel, you can't lose this.
No.
I mean, you can't lose. Fucking. You know,
Don't fuck it up, Daniel. You already
fuck it
fucked up
is
the
what I
last
meant to
round.
say. That's what I meant to say.
Mhm. Well, either way, I think is what this episode has shown me. So I don't know. I'm torn. Lauren always gets. Lauren's really good. at this.
She's tricky.
Yeah.
She's good. She's good.
The good thing it's multiple choice. It's either true or false.
Tom,
50-50.
Can you show the prompt? Can you show the prompt again? Show the prompt.
Can you say it in a sentence?
I once upset a tough-looking biker when I accidentally hit his bike while parking my car. True or false?
I could see Tom writing this, man. It's like it's the '80s movie subplot, you know. And
May we dance with your girls?
We're just
Come
going to
on.
have a Roadhouse themed episode next week.
We actually do have Chuck Norris joining us next week, so
Maybe he'll give us an answer.
Come on, Daniel. The stakes are so low. Just
let's go with
True or
true.
false?
Let's go with true.
Six or so.
He says true. Well,
Damn it!
get it. That's right.
Do it. Who was it from? Was it from Footloose?
But he had this easy top beard with the little tail. That was so vivid. Lauren, you wordsmith.
guys, this game has made me realize that I will never trust Lauren ever again.
Oh my God. Okay, we are moving. We're moving on this one. Daniel, you're up. Are you ready?
I don't know.
There
Okay.
actually is a biker bar outside of Wesleyan called the Red Dog Saloon.
Okay. That's good
That
to
was
know.
the only truth.
Here you go. Here you go, Daniel.
Also,
This is
I
you.
do not trust you, Lauren. Don't
Here
trust
goes.
you.
Daniel.
My parents won't send me not that it was for under his eye.
Huh.
How
Did you
long
say-
was the camp for?
What was that?
How long was the camp for?
2 weeks, I believe. So that would be 2 Sunday sermons.
So was this like was it a camp that was just run by Christians, or was it like Bible camp?
So it was YMCA, and they didn't
Bible
put two and two
Christians.
together that the C in YMCA is
Yeah.
Christians,
Yeah.
and that would be a big part of the camp life.
Mm.
Mhm.
Mm.
Which
Like
a
they
weird
thought it
part
was just
about the
like generic.
Yeah, the weird part about the YMCA in Boca is, in fact, it is run by a Jewish family. That's a weird thing. Not a joke. True story.
The JCC market's very competitive. You got to get it where you can, you know? You can only
Found
have
it
so
out.
many JCCs.
Daniel, what were some Christian activities that you did?
Well, they baptized him.
Yeah.
Is putting someone in the pool the same thing as baptizing?
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
call it a mikvah, so you know, just like whatever you feel like doing that day.
To answer your question, praying in the morning, grace.
Okay.
There was Sunday Apple, which was an experience. It wasn't just like a praying situation. They did like a performance to what's that song? The Turn Around.
Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Yeah, Total Eclipse of the Heart. They did this about like Jesus and being saved to that song. So do what you will.
Did you canoe or did you walk on the water?
I kayak.
Did the body of Christ come in those little peanut butter packs with the little red sticks that you put on the crackers?
I don't know, but I was compelled to open it.
Did you enlist to serve on the front lines in the war on Christmas? Like, are you a soldier now in the war on Christmas?
Yeah, are you? And how long before they put you in the missionary position?
Oh,
I mean, made you a missionary.
Oh man.
Any serious questions for Daniel?
Yeah.
Wait, did your parents not read the brochure? Like, what are they doing?
Thought about
Well, if it's a Jewish family, they send them to the least expensive. Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm sorry. Is this inappropriate?
No.
No, but
We'll give you a pass.
one more Jewish joke involving the word camps, and we will cut this off. So.
Fair enough, everybody. I'll see myself out.
Yeah.
Oh, Stephanie's gone too.
And we lost Stephanie at the same time. Son of a bitch.
Any other serious
so wait,
questions?
were you the only like
good.
Jewish or non-Christian kid there, or like did you get there and like form a group of non-believers? Like what happened? Did you have like a friend there?
No, it was all different types of kids from all different backgrounds, but most of the people local to here. So it was, and that was a Christian community. This wasn't in South Florida, by the way. So it might have been a part of it. Maybe the YMCA down in South Florida would have been like, more blue and kind of more mix of religions and stuff. But this was in North Carolina, so it was something.
What did your parents say when they found out? Like,
I don't remember them ever being like, oh, I don't remember any reaction on that. I don't remember them giving shit, to be honest.
North Carolina, wow. Even the JCC is Christian up in North Carolina. Okay, I'm gonna ask the blue team to confer and come up with a consensus. Is it true? Is it false that Daniel's parents once sent him to a summer camp, not knowing that it was for Christians?
The last time we went through, the two of you did a great job. So, and by me giving my opinion up front, I feel like this is true up front. So I'll leave it to the two of you to either confirm that or deny it.
Good golly.
I mean, I don't know if like, the YMCA is like a franchise thing or whether there's like a national charter, but I was a camp counselor at a YMCA and it was totally secular.
The Young Men's Christian Association was secular.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It totally was. Like it was, the kids played basketball and went swimming and like there was nothing religious about it. So
so what are you saying? True, lie?
I'm gonna say just lie based on that. I mean it may be different for different branches, different places. I have no idea like how the licensing of the name works, but at least based on my experience, that wouldn't be like, I would say lie.
Okay, Stephanie. Stephanie, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with Lauren. I was thinking true, But I think she's right. My son did the YMCA after school program, and it was not religious at all. So I'm gonna go with lie. Lawrence convinced me.
Casey, thoughts?
Well,
I
I was wrong the
said.
first time I did a thing. I was wrong the second time, and I am wrong the third time, which means lie is the right way to go. Stephanie and Lauren are smarter than I am.
So you're saying lie?
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, it's true. Oh my God.
North Carolina's wild.
Yeah, North Carolina. We're talking North Carolina, folks. North
Your rules.
Carolina.
You know what? Honestly, Lauren and Stephanie get fucked. All right, here we go.
All the
North Carolina.
are true.
Just not
are
before
very
marriage,
true.
because that's against the camp rules.
It was Asheville, North Carolina, which was
Oh my God.
spectacularly beautiful. Praise Jesus.
Crazy.
Okay.
Asheville's not even like backward. It's just like a weird hipster town, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Not at that time. Not
It
at
is
that
now.
time.
It is
Forty
now.
years ago.
It is now.
It's a while
Okay,
back.
we're going to go to Stephanie. Stephanie, you get to. This is a decider here.
Ooh.
So
Don't fuck it up.
Yeah, because
No pressure.
we've shown you how to fuck it up. So now you know how.
For the record, I love your hair, but don't fuck this up.
Here we go. Stephanie, are you ready? Yes. Here you go.
Yes.
Right to it.
You got to say it out loud. Say it proud. Say it loud. Say it proud.
I worked at a rodeo, guys. Yeah.
Yeehaw.
I
Was it one of those YMCA ones? Or
The bulls were all
no,
Christian.
it was not. I grew up in small town Pennsylvania, and the farm show is like a big deal that comes to Harrisburg. And have a whole farm show complex for it, and part of that includes an indoor rodeo. And it was one of my first jobs was working at the rodeo.
Okay.
Does
Any-
anybody pronounce it rodeo?
Not outside of LA.
Okay, I had to ask.
Or Marsha's house.
Yes.
What was
Not-
your
not me.
what was your role in the rodeo? Like what did you do?
So I helped people find their seat. Like they'd have their ticket and be like, "Oh, E15, like where is this?" And I would walk them to their seat in the rodeo. And
The rodeo has ushers? How delightful.
Yeah. How do you think the Cowboys know where to sit on the damn horse?
Yeah.
That's so classy. It's like the theater.
what were they
Yeah.
going to see? I mean, what's in that show at the rodeo, at the farm show that comes by?
It's just people on horses, and they ride the horses and try to not fall off the horses. Just rodeo things.
True story. Lauren once tried to park a car and hit a rodeo horse.
That kicked me off the other horse that I was on.
Yeah. She got kicked off the horse.
Good callback. Good
The
callback.
first rodeo horse I ever saw had two different shoes on.
And Lauren went to find a left-handed lasso as well.
Callbacks from previous
You know, the
shows.
first time I went to a rodeo, my parents told me that the horse was allergic to me.
Oh, no, we're not going there. Okay. Let's get to the real questions in here.
Stephanie, how long did you work there for?
Tap your feet for each year.
I think it was 3. I think it was 3 years because it was seasonal. Like
Okay.
I worked for like the 2 weeks that the rodeo was there, and then I would do it again the next year.
Okay.
Guys, and if she's not accurate, she can be close, like in horseshoes. And
And handcuffs.
Oh.
What was your uniform like? Like, did they have you wear anything specific?
They gave us, there was like a themed t-shirt for the rodeo each year, and it was like a black t-shirt with this giant colorful pattern of like a man on a horse and cowboy stuff. It was very garish, but
Okay.
that was
like an
that and
improv
jeans.
festival.
She was, little known fact, she was the only person at the rodeo who even ever knew what the word garish was. So,
Isn't that what you
Probably.
put on hot dogs?
Oh, I was
or-
definitely the only Black person.
what is that? What did you say? I didn't hear.
She said she was the only
Oh,
black
I was
person.
the only.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Would not believe that. Wouldn't believe it.
Right.
Okay.
Seems
Right.
like a very diverse group of people that would be at a rodeo.
At a Pennsylvania rodeo.
At a rodeo, as Jesse would say.
Yeah. One more minute to discuss if you want, or less. And
Let's see.
Well, was there? I mean, was that weird? I guess. If this is true, then you submitted it knowing this is kind of a weird, funky story. So, like, did you tell the kids at school, "Hey, I'm working at the farm thing"? What was that like?
The farm thing.
The rodeo was not a farm thing.
I didn't really. I got the job through a friend at school, so she knew. She was like, "Hey, I got this job at the rodeo, and they like want people. You want to do it?" And I was like, "Sure, okay." So
okay.
Kate knew.
Okay.
Of course, her name was Kate.
Okay. Okay. So we need to decide whether it's true or just a bunch of bull. If Stephanie worked at a rodeo. Decide, red team. This is for the game.
Oh God.
True or false?
My first instinct is true, but then there was some like lack of knowledge about what went on at the rodeo. You know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a
Lack of
rodeo.
rodeo specific details.
Also known as habitat for horses.
Horse manatee.
What do you say?
It seems very plausible, and I would totally be inclined to believe it. But yeah, the lack of detail about like what went down in the rodeo besides just horses and things. Like I feel like there'd be
were
bulls.
barrels.
Okay, yeah. All right, barrels.
She called out
There might have
barrels.
been bulls
It's true.
also. There could have been bulls. I think there were bulls. Now that we like are talking about bulls, I think that was a thing.
To be fair, she wasn't watching the show because she was ushering, right? You know.
All she needed to know was
And talking to Kate.
letters and numbers. That's it.
To be fair, all I need is true or lie.
By the way, this is the point of the show where I think we should take some time to talk about the presidential debate this week. Do you guys have time? I have time.
I'm just going to put that there for now. And there we go. There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Just because it
All
covers
right.
you guys up. Let's hear it. Sarah, Jesse, Daniel. True, false.
I'm gonna vote along the party line.
I don't know what those lines are. I haven't figured it out.
Oh God, I don't know either.
Oh fuck,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Daniel's learned he's stupid like me.
Just do it this way. This way or this way.
Okay, sure. I changed my vote.
Two trues.
Two truths.
Me
Okay.
and my
Yeah.
hitchhiker thumb are confused.
And
Okay,
what do you
we're
say,
going
Daniel?
true. We're going
with
true then.
true. You're going with
screwed,
true.
Daniel.
It is true.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Honestly, what won me over was I was just like, oh yeah, it does. She was just talking to her friend. She wasn't paying attention to what
Okay.
she was.
Okay. So
There
that
you go.
means, so you know what that means, don't you? That means it's a tie. That means we go to a quick
Oh,
tiebreaker.
Tom's tiebreaker.
Tom's tiebreaker. Here's Tom's
Tom's going to talk
tiebreaker.
about weird sex stuff. Here we
Tom,
go.
Tom Twisters.
No, later. Here's let me get rid of that banner. We don't need that now because that's going to change real soon. Here we go. Here's my tiebreaker. Go. I once helped throw a guy out of a second floor window.
Ooh, defenestration. Très chic.
What?
It's from
True.
the French. Fenêtre is the word for window.
The defenestration of Prague. Tom was
You
there.
can, you,
Tom was
you
there.
can talk about it for a minute and then I'll need a vote.
Shit, well, I once helped Tom. No, what was it?
I went
what-
through
You weren't there,
Tom out of
Jesse.
a second floor window.
What chapter of Habitat for Humanity was it?
It was a two-story home. Okay.
It was the Asheville, North Carolina chapter.
All right. So was this as punishment, or were there like mattresses outside and you were doing some kind of like prank thing?
There was 6-7 feet of snow outside.
Fun.
Why?
Did the guy
Because it snowed a lot. It just snowed a whole lot. That's why there was.
And you guys were like, well, it snowed a lot. Time to throw one of us out.
Nah, he had it coming.
So wait, was he like into it and he was just like, yeah, guys, throw me out the window? No, it was against
he was
his will.
he was in his underwear. No.
Perfect snow throwing.
How did he get back in the house?
I don't know.
We never saw him again.
Did he live?
Yes, he did.
Was he hurt?
No, he wasn't. You get 2 more questions.
How old were you when this happened?
It's 19 or 20, something like that.
Last question. Is this true?
We'll find out. I'll answer that question later.
What building was it?
What state?
What building was it?
Yeah,
It was a dorm. It was a dorm.
it was a dorm.
It was building number 7, which is part of the conspiracy of 9/11.
Building number 7. Why didn't I say that? That's a good one. So I need a vote, and here's how we do it. I'm not sure I get that. He helped throw stuff. I couldn't do it by myself, could I?
By the way, Rick,
if
if you ever love how he helped, you should never love how anyone threw another human body out of anything.
I don't know.
Lauren, I would recommend you.
I'll need thumbs up and thumbs down.
Figure out what your marriage is like, because Rick is fucked up.
We gotta go. Thumbs up,
Right
thumbs
now,
down.
at the same time?
We gotta go. There's someone else has to come into this slot in a little
I
bit.
don't see anybody. I see 2 thumbs up here. Casey, can we see a thumb? Get it out. Pull your thumb out and show it. Show it to us.
Give me your thumb, Casey.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
it's feeling good.
Oh, what do we do now?
Overtime?
Okay, so what I'm going to have to do then is have the captains vote. Daniel, Casey, you get to decide. It's up to you, Daniel.
Can I make my case?
No, say the words. Daniel, what do you say?
True. It's
Casey.
true.
False.
Okay. Daniel says it's true. Casey says it's false. It's true. Oh my God! It really was. Yes, indeed.
This makes me reconsider my relationship with Tom.
So the red team wins. Yay!
Tom, the red team wins, but humanity loses a little bit.
Habitat for Humanity loses.
He had it
Casey,
coming.
you never threw somebody out a window in college? Everybody does that, I thought.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom, if only the person you threw out was Donald Day.
No, it wasn't.
Day Trump.
Donald Day Lewis Trump.
Moonlighting job.
No, it's David S. Saperstein. So there you go.
Team, have I
That's not a
redeemed
real
myself?
person.
Did I redeem myself?
Yes, you have. So we've got to get going because, like you said, the place is rented.
This is fixed.
Shit.
We knew this is what was going to happen. Daniel acts like he got COVID, goes to the hospital, comes out of the hospital. He's okay. He wins the game this week. Fuck off.
Okay, fuck off. Basically, is what I've got to say now.
Yeah, eat shit.
See you guys next time. Sarah, Jesse, Daniel, Stephanie, Casey. What the fuck? And